Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to be testing out a couple of new makeup products. I have a handful of new things I've been kind of accumulating over, it's actually been a while. The eyeshadow palette that we're talking about today I've had for a couple of weeks, but we're going to test those things out today. We're going to be creating this makeup look. I have an eyeshadow palette from Sydney Grace Cosmetics. This is my first try with this brand. We're going to be testing that out today. I have two blushes from Persona Cosmetics, and last but not least we are trying out some of the things from the collaboration with Samantha March and Ofra. Cannot wait to try all of these things out. I hope that you guys are excited as well. Before we get into the video, special welcome to any of you that are new to my channel. I hope that if you have not yet subscribed that you will do that before you leave. And of course, if you enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up. And with that said, let's go ahead and get into this makeup look. Alright guys, so we're going to kick things off with the complexion. I want to start off by going in with the hydrating. This name is so long. The Catrice Prime and Fine Aquafresh Hydro Primer Fresh It Up Moisturizing with Bamboo Water Primer. Let me know if you guys get confused by the name of this primer as well. So it is 4:30 in the afternoon. I certainly don't need my makeup to last very long, but I did my skincare many hours ago. I think at like 6 o'clock this morning, or no, not 6 o'clock, like 7:30. So I could definitely use a layer of hydration for sure. As we're kind of jumping into foundation, I want to ask you guys a little skincare question. I want you to take note of my face with nothing on it right now. I don't know if you can see some of these marks right here. Most of these are breakouts that have gone away with the exception of this one little one right here. But I don't know if you can see my upper lip. I've had quite a few breakouts on my upper lip sporadically over the last year, and what I'm finding is that those breakouts, ever since I turned 35, they don't completely heal. So I'm left with like an acne scar that I just cannot get rid of. They are super stubborn. They will not fade or heal. So I would love to know if you guys have tried any products that you find help with that. I've been using the vitamin C serum from The Ordinary, and then prior to that I did use the Drunk Elephant vitamin C serum, and I didn't think that one helped as much as I hoped it would, especially for the cost. If you guys know of anything that will help to kind of lighten up the pigmentation of those, please let me know, because it's kind of driving me crazy. I feel like I always look like I have a mustache, and I'm pretty sure I'm not alone in that. So for foundation, I'm just going in with my Wet n Wild stick foundation on the center of my face. Then I'm going to take my L'Oreal Infallible stick foundation. By the way, the Wet n Wild one is in the shade Soft Ivory. This one is in the shade Sand. This one is just a little bit darker. I did use this pretty recently in a video as well. I don't love the way stick foundations look on my skin initially, but what I find, they look a little heavy on my skin when I first apply them and blend them in, but as they sit throughout the day and even within the first couple of hours, I find them to really start to kind of melt into my skin and look better as time goes on. So I've been enjoying using them lately, and they do have really good coverage, and they're just so hassle-free and mess-free to apply. For concealer today, I'm going to use my CoverGirl concealers. I have the shades Golden Natural and Light Ivory. I'm going to take Golden Natural first on kind of the perimeter of my face where I need it. Just on some of these little spots, including on this upper lip area. I like to put one dot of this on my under eye area and on this outer corner right here, and then I'm going to add another dot of the lighter shade, because the light one is just a little bit too light on its own for me. So one more dot of that. Add one more dot of that on my lip as well. And then we will take a sponge and just blend that all in. I did have a period of time when I was pregnant with Wesley. He's now 9, almost 10, so this was like 10 years ago. But during my pregnancy with him, I had a really bad bout of cystic acne. I actually went to a dermatologist for the first time in my life because it was so bad and so painful and just really made me super self-conscious, and I just didn't know how to handle it being pregnant at the time. They actually ended up prescribing me, I think they prescribed me a really gentle antibiotic and then a cream on top of that antibiotic, and the cream that they prescribed me was an azelaic acid cream called Azelaic. And it worked wonders for my skin. It completely healed my cystic acne. I used that for the next couple of years. In fact, I used the same tube of cream because I only used it once a day and you need such a small amount of it. It was crazy expensive, but it lasted me a couple of years, and I found that when I would use it, I wouldn't get those deep breakouts that I was getting before, but as soon as I would stop using it, I'd start to get them again. So it really helped to kind of cure my cystic acne, and it also helped to lighten up my pigmentation marks. So I thought about getting that again, but it's actually even more expensive now than when I first got it. One of my sisters actually tried to get a prescription for it, and I think it was like $999 for the tube of like, I think like 2 or 3 ounces, which is insane. You can buy a car for $999, so she obviously didn't pick it up. I'm not quite sure why it is so incredibly expensive and why they don't have a generic brand of it yet. I mean, that was 10 years ago. I don't know much about pharmaceuticals and how that all works, but I did find out that they make a 20% azelaic acid cream in Australia from a company down there, and it's actually sold over the counter for really, really inexpensive, like $10 or $12. But I just am not quite sure how to buy it in the US. I saw you can buy it on eBay, but I always question buying things from overseas on eBay. I haven't done it yet, but I'm seriously considering trying to get a hold of that product because that stuff really helped to lighten up the acne scars that I was dealing with when I had cystic acne, and I want to give it a try again, but it's just hard to find that product. Not a lot of people make azelaic acid products. The Ordinary does make an azelaic acid, but it's only 10%, and the one that I used was 20%, and I think I'm older now. I need the strong stuff. So I'm just taking a little bit of the Halo powder from e.l.f., which I have been loving this powder for it being a powder. I mean, I still have to go super light-handed. I can't go overboard with it or it doesn't go well, but for a powder, it's actually really nice. Let me know if you guys have tried this one out yet. Now moving into bronzer, I am so excited to try out the Ofra and Samantha March bronzer. Are these not the prettiest powder products in the world? Let me go ahead and swatch it for you guys, the two sides of it. Here's the shimmery, more shimmery side. It's not that shimmery. It actually looks a lot more shimmery in the pan than on the hand. It's much more like a satin shimmer. And there's the matte. So I'm going to take that on my BH Cosmetics bronzer. I don't even know what this brush is from. It came in a set. I will link it down below if I can still find it. Ooh, that's pretty. Alright guys, so there is the bronzer. It is gorgeous. I really love it. Super easy to blend, went on easily, not too pigmented, but plenty pigmented if you know what I mean. Just how I like my bronzers, and I love the subtle sheen that it gives. So I didn't get her blush yet because I just got in the Persona blushes. Just felt like I didn't want to buy another blush right now. I still really want to try it though. I think I'm going to have to go back for that one. But I'm going to skip blush right now because I have these two blushes from Persona. I don't know which color of these I want to go with, and I want to do my eyes before we put the blush on. But I am going to add my Star Inspired highlighter right now. I love this highlighter. So I want to do eyes next. I'm going to add just a little bit of eyeshadow primer. This one is from Marc Jacobs. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of that to my eyelids. And then I'm going to take just the tiniest bit of this really sheer translucent powder from Rimmel just to keep that primer from creasing. Alright, now let's jump into the eyeshadow palette. So I am so excited to try out the Sydney Grace eyeshadows. I mentioned in a video at the very beginning of the year, or maybe it was in February, I think it was in February, that this was one of the brands I really wanted to try in the year 2020. I've actually had this sitting in a box on my floor for about 3 weeks now, just waiting for the right chance to do a video with it. I thought we'd just pull it in today for kind of a first impressions. It is so beautiful. It is definitely a very cool toned palette, which is not the type of palette that I typically gravitate towards, but I do love a good cool tone look, and I don't actually have a lot of cool tones in my collection, so I think this will be a really good addition. So we're going to try this one out today, and I am trying to decide what I want to do. I'm kind of leaning towards sticking with this top row right here and doing just a really soft pink look. Let me go ahead and swatch a couple of these for you guys. Ooh, that's pretty. You know I love a good shimmery green. Okay, I know that's already going to be one of my favorite shades. That is so pretty. That's the shade John. These shimmers feel just how I like them. They are nice and reflective, but also very smooth. Let's swatch this shade Devotion right here. Another shimmer. Ooh, I think we'll probably use that one today. Let's go ahead and swatch this dark blue. This one actually looks more of like a satin. That is such a pretty color. Look how beautiful that is. And then let's go in and swatch that deep green in the corner right there. It actually looks more brown on camera. It does have a bit of a green shift to it though. Kind of like an olivey green, which I think will look beautiful with that shade next to it. Oh. Okay, I'm getting more and more excited about this palette as we are swatching. Let's swatch a couple of the mattes. Let's go in with the basic brown right here. Okay, these shadows are really staining my finger, which is usually the mark of a very good long-lasting shadow. If they don't wipe off my finger without getting them wet or using a makeup remover, that usually means they're going to last really well. But let's go ahead and swatch the matte brown, just right here. Ooh, that's a nice matte brown. Very neutral. You could use this for a warmer or a cooler toned look. Let's swatch the pink right here, and then also this kind of gray shade right there as well. So here's the pink, and here's that gray tone shade. These are really, really smooth. Ooh, that's so pretty. All right, you guys, so I am super excited to jump into this palette. Let's start off with this light pink shade right here, and I'm taking that on my Morphe M504 brush, and I'm just gonna start building that into my crease. Okay, that has more color and pigment to it than it looks to have in the pan. It even looks deeper than it looks in the pan. It looks quite light in the pan, but it really shows up. Now let's take my Real Techniques little shading brush here and add that same color to the lower lash line. I want to add just a little bit of this deeper light pink just right through my crease. I'm going to use my same M504 brush. I'm just going to use a much lighter hand and go just right in and above my crease. That is so pretty and so pigmented. These mattes are stunning. They are just applying and blending beautifully, and the pigmentation is pretty intense. I mean, these colors look so soft, but they are really showing up on the eyes. I was worried these would be a little bit muted and maybe boring, but they definitely are not. Now I want to add just a touch of depth right through the crease right there, and I want to go in with, let's see, we're going to go in with this shade right here, the lighter gray that I swatched. I'm hoping this one will kind of follow suit to the other shades and have more depth than it appears to have. Okay, perfect. That is a perfect, perfect color. And I'm going to build that through this outer corner right here. I want to just keep the pink right up above, and then we're going to add kind of the neutrals down here, and I might deepen up this outer corner, maybe just the lower lash line with this dark plum magenta shade right there. That one is more of a satin finish, it looks like. But this shade, oh man. Okay, I am seriously impressed with these eyeshadows, you guys. I've heard so many good things from you guys about this formula, which is one of the reasons I really wanted to try them, because I've heard so many people speak so highly of them. I know Mel Thompson absolutely loves their shadows and their formula. But these mattes, I mean, I don't usually get excited about mattes. These mattes are just beautiful. So with that same brush, I'm just taking a little more of that same kind of gray color, and we're going to run that just on this outer third of the lower lash line. Okay, this is what is impressing me so much right now. Look how light this shade is in the pan, but look at the richness and the depth that that shade gave me, which makes me really excited about this brown. That's one of the things when I opened this palette, I looked at that brown and I thought, I wish that was a little bit richer, but I have a feeling on the eyes this brown is going to build up really nicely. Kind of like the Tati brown in the Tati palette. That brown doesn't look like it's very dark, but when you put that on your eyes, it is seriously rich and intense. All right, what to do now? Ooh, so I can't decide what I want to do. I want to use this shade right here. I'm not quite sure how I want to use it. Let's go ahead and just swatch it on the finger. That is so, so pretty. So I think I'm just going to take that on that same M507 brush. I want to just see how this will go on with a fluffy brush. So I'm going to run this just under this outer kind of third of the lash line here. Now I'm just taking that same shade and I'm just going to run it right into this outer corner as well. Basically right over where we put that gray shade. I'm just not going to blow this one out quite as much. Is that not the prettiest thing you've ever seen, you guys? I haven't had this much fun with an eyeshadow palette in a while. And I have fun with eyeshadow palettes every time I play with them, but this one is like next level. I don't know if I mentioned the price on this. I believe that this eyeshadow palette is $55 or $58, so it is a little bit pricey. I did use a coupon code. I think I used Mel Thompson's coupon code for this palette, which I think gave me 10% off. So it did come in, even with shipping, I think below $50, which is a little bit pricey. That's a pretty pricey palette for me. So if you guys have tried out Sydney Grace Cosmetics, I would love to know what you thought, your recommendations, if you have any individual shades from them that you really love. Am I alone? Is this not the prettiest thing you've ever seen? I don't even have anything on my lid yet, which is crazy. I have nothing on my lid. Let's go ahead and fix that. I'm going to try out this shimmer right here. This one is in the shade Devotion. Beautiful shell pink shimmer. Let's just go ahead and tap that onto the lid. Oh my goodness. I feel pretty. And witty. And gay. Is that from West Side Story or South Pacific? Siri, who sings I Feel Pretty?
Just a moment.
West Side Story. It's from West Side Story. Alright, you guys. This is so insanely pretty. I am loving this. These are performing better than I expected that they would. And I had high hopes for them. I thought they would be really nice, but they're kind of blowing my mind right now. One more thing, let's go ahead and add a little bit of this corner shade. So this is a very light pink that's more of a satin than a shimmer. Let's add a little bit of that to my inner corner. So I'm going to take this Alamar Cosmetics flat brush right here. And I just want to put a tiny bit of this right on the tear duct. And let's just pop a tiny bit more of this right under my unfinished brows. Oh, that reminds me, I better remember to do my brows next. So for liner today, let's switch things up and go in with my Persona liner. I'm going to add just a little bit of this to my upper waterline and just this outer corner right here. And then I'm going to add a couple of coats of mascara. I'm going to actually use my NARS mascara again because I really enjoyed that mascara from the video that I will link right here, which if you want a good laugh or a good cringe, hopefully you'll enjoy that one. It was a cringe fest, but it was a lot of fun. But I'm going to add those and I will be right back with you guys. Alright you guys, so here we are with finished mascara. I also did my eyebrows. I used the Ulta Beauty Ash Taupe Brow Pencil. Now let's go ahead and jump into blush. And I know I want to use the pink blush. This one is in the color Caramel. I love the packaging of these things. They are so sleek and tiny. There are no mirrors in them, which I think is a huge bonus because I 99% of the time, especially in a blush product, don't use the mirror. So I'm just taking this on my Real Techniques blush brush. That's pretty. That goes really pretty with this eye look. And I kind of want to add it like high up on my cheeks. I do still really want to try Samantha's blush though. It looks so pretty. Maybe next month we'll try that one out. So that is such a pretty blush formula. They are quite pigmented. They're actually more pigmented than I thought they would be. I think I probably didn't need to build it up on my brush quite so much. That's the thing with new products is I don't quite know how pigmented things are going to be, but super easy to blend and really, really pretty. So now let's move into the lips. And I am so excited to try out these Samantha March lip products right here. So the lip bundle includes one of their long-lasting liquid lipsticks in the shade Story, which I think is such a cute name. The bundle also comes with a lip gloss in the color Millie. I don't actually wear liquid lipstick super often, but I had to have this gloss. It looked so pretty, and I'm a huge fan of like clear sparkly glosses. One of my very favorite glosses that I currently own is this Fenty clear gloss that came in their holiday kit. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. Okay, that is so pretty. I was worried this was going to be a little bit too dark. It is a little bit darker than I typically like to go with my nude lips. I really like lighter nudes, but this is a really pretty color. It actually reminds me a little bit of one of my favorite liquid lipsticks in the world. This one is from Hank & Henry. It's the color Petal Pusher. This is one of my favorite shades of a liquid lipstick. Okay, yeah, they're not quite similar to each other, but the tone is pretty similar. So this is Petal Pusher right here. It does have a little bit more of a warm red to it, whereas Story is a touch lighter and has more of a neutral to gray undertone to it, but it's definitely not gray. It's a perfect mid-tone nude. I do want to try lightening up just the center of it though with just a little bit of this by NARS. This is NARS Velvet Lip Glide in Stripped. I'm going to add a tiny bit of that just to the center to just show you guys what it looks like to kind of lighten it up in the middle. I really don't think you need to, and I'm excited to put that gloss on top. So now I want to go in with the gloss. I'm so excited about this gloss. It looks gorgeous. It is like a really beautiful sheer but white pearly. Oh my goodness. That looks so pretty. Is it crazy that I want to put this on my eyes? I won't. I do want to take a moment and just say this, just in case Ofra happens to be listening, or maybe Samantha, if you're listening now that you have an in with Ofra, will you please tell them to make their glosses the same size as their liquid lipsticks, because I love their gloss formula, but I just feel like I can't use it because I'm going to run out of it so fast, because gloss is one of the few products that I go through really quickly, and I would totally pay more for it. So I think these retail on their website, I could be wrong, it's been a while since I've checked, but I think these are around $20 or $22. These are around like $15, so they are a little bit cheaper, but I would rather pay $20 or $22 and get a larger size, because I just feel like I'm going to have to use this sparingly because I don't want it to run out. So I'm actually just taking what was on the back of my hand because I don't want to waste it, and we're going to just kind of tap it on. Okay, that combo. Look how much that lightened it up. It actually lightened it up in the center more than the NARS Lip Glide did. I'm going to add a little bit more. All right, you guys, there's the lip combo. I am so happy that I went with the lip combo. I was going back and forth on, should I get the blush or should I get the lip combo? I limited myself to just 2 things. I'm so glad that I went with the lip combo. This might be one of my favorite lip combinations that I've tried in a while, and I'm super surprised by it because I normally don't go for deeper nudes like this, but this is so beautiful. Congratulations, Samantha. You did such a good job on this collection. I knew I was going to love it, but I love it even more than I thought that I would. But that is it for today. That completes this makeup look. I am super excited about all of these. I was very impressed with everything that I tried today. I had a good feeling that these were all going to be winners, but I'm even more impressed than I thought that I might be. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. Please let me know what you think of the makeup look. Let me know what you think of these products, especially if you have tried them out for yourselves. Congratulations again to my friend Samantha. I will try and keep you guys updated on how these work out for me long term, but I have a really good feeling. But thank you all so much for stopping by my channel today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I hope this 20 minutes of entertainment gave you a bit of a distraction from everything that is going on right now. A couple quick reminders. First off, if you are not yet subscribed, please be sure to do that before you leave. Also, if you want to be notified when I upload a new video, hit that notification bell. And my last reminder, I do have something really fun coming up in April. I'm going to be doing a full month of your video suggestions. So if you have any video ideas, please keep them coming. If you guys have some ideas or things that you want to see, let me know and I will see what I can do. But that's it for today. Thank you guys again. I hope that you have a good one. Hope that you are staying safe and well, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. And last but not least, oh my gosh, Mandy. I like to put 1 dot of this on my under eye area and on these outer corner. I think I'll probably use that one on my earring. This happens all the time. That's a strong magnet. Let me go ahead and wipe these off and we will start off. Just realized I haven't done my eyebrows yet. Should I pause and do my eyebrows? I just have a feeling I'm going to forget to do my eyebrows in this video. Toilet flush number 1. Mark my words, there will be more. Hope they're being responsible with the amount of toilet paper that they're using. Who can I text to tell them to be quiet? I better just go yell up the stairs. Pause. Pause, gang. Too loud on the piano. I think I said that recently that I would do an update video and I never did. I am the worst YouTuber ever. And I blame it on the fact that I have 4 kids. But then I remind myself that I spent 6 hours doing a 750-piece puzzle the other day. So clearly the time is there. I just don't use it very wisely sometimes. When someone says to lock yourself in your house, how can you not do a jigsaw puzzle? Dead giveaway of a YouTuber right there. How many of you guys swatch makeup that don't do YouTube videos? I'm just waiting for the day when I walk through the store with my swatches on my hand or my arm, and I see somebody else walking through the store with the swatches on their hand or their arm, and we give each other a little fist bump.